What's up guys, Duarte here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to talk about the best Blitz teams you can make in this patch in order for you to unlock Star-Lord TCHALLA. Now, as you guys can see, we had an announcement when it was released that the way you are going to be able to recruit team is through Blitz, so it's gonna be important to get as many shards on this guy as possible because this guy is quite good. So I'm gonna present to you the teams that I use for blitzing, and then we'll go through a full rotation and see how many points we can get. Okay, so we are on MSF.gg and this is the teams that I use. Some of the teams are cookie cutter, others are hybrid. And there is this myth that the more teams you have, the better it is for you, but this is only for the first rotation. After the first rotation, having more teams is not any helpful. You should have as many teams as possible that can win and with the strongest characters, so you always get more points. Having more teams, but if you are putting yourself into risk of failing, then there is no point on having more teams. Just use as many characters as you can for consistent wins with every rotation. Okay, so now we start. Astonishing X-Men, Cookie Cutter. We have the Symbiotes. Then we have the Black Order. We have the Marauders with Sabretooth. This team needs the Sabretooth to win. Then we have Guardians with Gamora and with the Nebula. We have the Secret Avengers plus the Shield minions. Then we have Longshot and Shatterstar together with Wave 1 Avengers and Sif, so this team can win. We have Adam Warlock and Moondragon together with the Power Armor, Falcon, Ironheart and Rescue. Too many Sorcerers, OG team. We have the Krennics, we have Kree Royal Guard, Ultimus, some Kree Trash and Phoenix. We have the Sinister Six with Rhino and Shocker. Then we have the Inhumans, nothing special there, Brotherhood. Then we have nothing because this is not going to be used anymore. Okay, we have Doctor Doom with Wave 1 Avengers, and this is a good way to use the Wave 1 Avengers in case you gear them up in the past. Beam Tech on their own does not win, but if you place here Vision and Lady Deathstrike, because they are all tech, they are going to win very easy. We have the Skill Military with Killmonger and Captain Marvel. She gives more HP and more damage to Skill Military allies. Then we have the Omega King Zemo, and this team is insane, just use it and it's amazing. Baron Zemo team with Omega Red and Kingpin, very cool team. Then we have the Death Vengers, and this is Deadpool with Moondragon, Moon Knight, White Tiger, Nobu and Elektra. You'll see, you use this team on manual and you'll see why it wins. They have the Drain and they're all Mystic, and yeah, that team is lots of fun. Then we have Cloak and Dagger. We have Cloak and Dagger plus Elsa Bloodstone, and Black Panther is a Mystic character. We are going to apply tons of negative effects, including defense down, and then your Black Panther can attack them. And thanks to the additional crit of Elsa Bloodstone, this team, he actually is useful. So this team is actually pretty good. Okay, so we have the Mercenaries with Icarus carries, Shield 3.0 with Kestrel, Nick Fury. Then we have the Fantastic 3. The Fantastic Four plus She-Hulk plus Silver Surfer. We have the Trash Dawn with Ghost and Yellow Jacket plus Drax. We need the Drax to make sure that this team has enough time to get their stuff going. Then we have a Swaim, OG team from the past. We have Uncanny Waifus, Magic with Cyclops, Colossus, Storm and Psylocke. Defenders for Hire, we have Heroes for Hire plus Jessica Jones. We have Gen Z Avengers, and this is Shang-Chi together with Young Avengers. And we also have Shuri here. It's just to make sure that this team gets as many points as possible. We have Kree Lavelle, we have Phyla-Vell together with other Kree characters. We have Noble, Reaper, we have Minerva and Ronan. Then we have the Spider Hands we have Punk, Scarlet Spider and Miles, and then we have Green Goblin here. Green Goblin on this team is actually very good, because whenever any of the Web Warriors have a turn, Green Goblin is going to remove positive effects from the enemies, and he also applies defense down early on, which can give offense up to your Miles. And Sentry is just here to increase the survivability of this team, and this works very well. We have the Vigilantes. Here we have OG Spider-Man plus Gwen, Daredevil and the Punisher. This team has insane amount of damage, and Rescue is just here to give a little bit of sustain, but the damage these guys have is just crazy. They will destroy everything. Then we have Cersei with Red Skull. We need some help on Red Skull for him to survive, because he's very weak on Blitz, and together with Cersei, this team is actually very strong. Captain Planet, this team, we have Hand, Shield, Hydra, Mercs with all our powers combined. We have Dormammu. So yeah, Captain Planet, and yeah, this team it's irrelevant because we don't have Dormammu. Then we have the Ravagers with the Star-Lord TCHALLA. If you don't have Star-Lord TCHALLA, you can place here almost anyone, but I would recommend Mantis, and this team will win just fine. We have the M-Force, Mutant Force, I guess, and here we have Wolverine, X-23, Deadpool, and Domino. Here you can place whoever you want if you are not using Domino, if you are not using Mantis on the other team. And finally we have the Barrier Factor. So this team is actually very fun. We have Silver Samurai, Negasonic, and we have Cable. All of them get Barrier on turn, and whenever an enemy attacks an ally with Barrier, Polaris is going to apply bleed to them. So this means that whenever your enemies attack any of these characters, you'll always be applying bleeds, so you have a source of damage that you would not have otherwise. So it's quite interesting. So those are the teams that I use right now. A lot of hybrid teams since the last video I made, but this is very solid. I will make this available on my Discord. And now let's take a look at in-game and do a full rotation to see if how many points we can get with these teams. Okay, so we are on Blitz. We are not at 8.3 right now, but we'll get soon. Once again, I remind you, having more teams is only relevant on your first wave that you do on Blitz. On the second wave, it doesn't really matter. What matters is to use the least amount of minions possible and to use your strongest character. So this is what we are going to do, and let's get started and see. So we have 2 million points. I can teach you how to calculate how many points you can do per rotation in case you don't lose any match, but for me a full rotation should give me around 3 million points. So let's see if that's going to be the case. So Astonishing X-Men, there we go. Now we have the symbiotes, we have this team, we should be able to beat this team, and we have a little bit more points. Okay, so there we go. Now we have Black Order. Black Order can pretty much beat anything, but let's use this team to use these guys. What's their name? The Marauders. Okay, so let's go back to the Black Order. And let's defeat this one. Okay, so we have the Guardians now. This one, 92,000, should be good. Let's go. We have that big Captain Marvel, but that shouldn't be a problem for our Gamora. Now we have Captain Sam. We have these guys, and we want to go against a lot of villains, hopefully. Okay, so we have 2 villains here. We should be able to defeat this team easily. Yes, okay, here we go. Secret Avengers, Big Wolverine, and let's go against this team. They have a small Thor and a small Hela. Big Wolverine, be careful with the big Wolverines. They are surprisingly strong. Here we have a lot of damage, but we have Longshot and Shatterstar, should be fine. Okay, Minerva there, and this one, 92. Okay, so let's see. Let's try to use this one instead. so we can get a little bit more points. Okay, Dr. Doom carried. That's fine. Now we have Black Bolt. Okay, let's avoid that Black Bolt. Let's go with the defenders. So we get a little bit less points, but at least we win. Too many sorcerers. Let's go after this one. We should be able to flip the defense up into defense down and make it an easy win. Okay, so there we have a big Punisher. There we have a big Gamora. We should be fine with the Gamora. Maybe. She has that heal block. I forgot about that. Okay, no problem. Now we have these guys that I mentioned, the barrier factor. Okay, so we have these, what's their name? Inhumans without a Black Bolt. Should be very easy. There we go. Now we have our own Inhumans. Let's go against the defenders. The defenders, they have extra damage against villains, but we don't have any villains, so that's good. So now we have the Gen Z Avengers. Okay, let's go against this team. Very easy. So now we have the Trashtron. Trashtron, you need to go against an easy team because they are not like the best team ever. Okay, so big Iron Man. I'm not sure about this team. Okay, let's use this one. I've been surprised a few times with Iron Man, so yeah, be careful with that. Okay, let's try again. Let's use this team to shuffle. Okay, no good. Let's skip this. Okay, Wolverine against Brotherhood should be fine. We're going to apply that blind. Okay, now let's roll these teams. Okay, this one should be fairly easy for the Trashtron. We don't have anything special. You have to be careful with this one. The team is strong, but if you have a big yellow jacket, always go against a summoner and it's gonna be easy for you. Okay, so the Fantastic Three. Let's go against this one with Iron Man in the middle. We are going to make a quick work of him. Okay, there we go. So now the Cloak and Dagger plus Black Panther. Oh, we have a trash roll. That's not good. Okay, let's go after this Strife and then we'll try to do a good roll for the teams. Okay, let's go for the Brotherhood. This is going to give you a stronger roll on the teams. Okay, so let's go against this one, 87. So you can see from 77,000 to 87,000, 10 additional points. It's all based on using as many orange characters as possible to get the rolls. This will give you like a lot more points, but it's too much work. Okay, so this one should be extremely easy. We have Icarus destroying everything. Let's try to do another strong roll. Let's try to push as much as possible those points. Okay, this one, be careful now with the Yondu. Yondu is problematic now, so you have this big Captain Marvel. That's the only problematic character, but Castle should be able to make quick work out of it. So now we have Phoenix with Kree. And this is one of those trash teams that you need to be very careful with. Okay, so we don't have any summoner and the stronger characters are Ant-Man and Stature, so it should be easy win. But pay attention to that Kreenix team because it's one of the worst teams that we have. Okay, let's go after this. Let's go after this one with a small Wolverine, big Mystique. Mystique right now is not one of the best characters, especially without the rest of the team. Okay, so now we have Uncanny. Uncanny against that big Captain Marvel should be fine. 82,000 points. They have a lot of drain, but because a lot of characters are gear tier 12, this can mess up a little bit with the team. Okay, so let's go after this one. You can also use Deathpool against summoners, but be careful with Hela because sometimes she bugs out with Hela and matches that you usually expect to win, you can also lose. About White Tiger, she gets drained thanks to Deathpool, so White Tiger becomes a lot more interesting. Okay, so now we have Lady Deathstrike against a big Wolverine. We should be able to win this easy. Let's see which one gives more points. This one would be nice. But let's go after this one. This one should be a little bit easier. Okay, there we go. Lady Deathstrike carries, and this is why I tell you, like, invest in these characters, Silver Samurai, Lady Deathstrike, because these characters are not good in different game modes, but they also carry you in Blitz. Okay, so now we have this Minerva with Wolverine. We should be fine, but let's go against this one, Defenders. Just to make it simple. Okay, we have 4 teams left. We have the Swain. Swain is a little bit problematic, so let's go after these Kree minions. Who is the strongest team, the Kree or the AIM? It's the AIM team. So now we have this team that I mentioned before. We are going to use okay, we can go against that Yondu. We should have enough damage to get rid of them, and like I said, the Green Goblin is going to remove all the positive effects from Yondu anyway, so that's great. Now we have Skill Military. We should be able to win against this team. They are kind of slow, and we have the Black Widow, so that should be an easy win. And finally, is this the last team? No, it's not the last team yet. Okay, so Ghost Rider against Cersei. Oh, I'm not sure about these. Ghost Rider against Cersei, or Ghost Rider or Cersei against Wolverine. I will go against. Okay, let's see this one. If you have an easier match. Okay, this one is an easy match. I think I would be able to win that team with Ghost Rider. But yeah, okay, so this one a lot easier with Jessica Jones. Okay, so let's see how many points did we get. We started with 2 million. Were we able to get the 3 million points that I'm supposed to get per rotation? Once again, if you guys want to make me to make a video about how to calculate your Blitz points, we can do that. Okay, so we are 100k shy of the 3 million that I was expecting to get, which is pretty decent. So 3 million points per rotation, that means times 8, that's going to be 24 million points per day, and at the end of the day that's going to be 72 million points on at the end of the Blitz, which is usually good enough to get top 100, and this is why I've been able to get top 100 consistently. With the matches that you lose, you use the Blitz charges, and you can catch up a little bit to that. But yeah, guys, so as you saw, the teams work great, and at least you have one less team. If you use this one less team 8 times during the 3 days, that's a little bit of time that you save, so that's good as well, in case you are sick and tired of Blitz. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Get ready for the Star-Lord T'Challa Blitz, because this character is very, very interesting. A lot of potential in different game modes, not only in raids, also Dark Dimension, and I will make a video about where this guy is useful on Arena. There are a few matches where this guy becomes very interesting on Arena, so we can talk about that as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and if you found the information helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I'll catch you guys later.